să-ți răst, două veri în brăst.
And then one final one, Tisha Torres. She won. She could have the rubber match against Rose. I guess it depends on if you want to give her JJ. Is there any plans for her moving forward after this one?
I don't know. I don't make fights the night of the fight.
And off topic for this card, we saw CM Punk in the corner of Paul Felder, and we saw him walking past us after the fight. Did you have that conversation with him yet, or?
No, he just came out to support his team, and you know, I think he wants to fight again. He told me that, but we haven't talked about anything.
Dana, the last time, or the previous 3 times you gave out 2 fight of the night bonuses, you also gave out performance bonuses as well. Are you planning on taking care of Francis as well for that knockout?
Oh, trust me. Francis lives at the Performance Institute. I don't need him knocking on my fucking door looking for his bonus. We'll get him situated.
And then on the prelims, we saw kind of an early stoppage by Herb Dean. I think a lot of people were questioning. What did you think of that fight? And just
Oh, yeah. So that fight has already been rebooked.
Do you know when?
Yeah, for the end of the year card.
Okay,
yeah.
Awesome. That's official?
Official.
Okay, perfect. And I know you said yesterday, I know you don't want to do matchmaking the night of the fights, but since it's been 1 day since the card yesterday, any idea what you're looking to do with Nico Montano now that she's won that title?
No.
And then you dropped
Flew here, got here at 6 in the morning, slept a couple hours, and we haven't figured that out yet.
Yeah, and you mentioned the uncertainty around George with his illness, and then you said you're operating like Connor's not going to come back. What do you do with those weight classes right now, lightweight and middleweight? Of course, they both have interim champions. So how do you move forward with the uncertainty around both those 2 champions right now?
Yeah, we'll figure it out. It happens. We good, hey, buddy.
Sometimes we have we get excited the night of a fight because we just saw something crazy, and Ngannou was pretty crazy tonight. But I'm looking at that fight between he and Stipe as, and no disrespect to any of the heavyweight fights, championship fights that we've seen over the last few years, but that one just kind of feels like maybe it's a little bit different, just because you maybe have 2 guys who are a little younger. Just the way that they've been finishing fights. I mean, I think they both finished 4. They were on a streak of 4 first-round finishes. Does it feel like that is an opportunity to really showcase the heavyweight division and maybe
Absolutely.
It hasn't?
I couldn't agree with you more. You're 100% dead on. And, Francis and if you look at the matchup, too, when you break that fight down, Stipe, like, oh, God, Stipe is a smaller heavyweight, but Stipe is fast. He's agile. He's a great athlete. Francis Ngannou is bigger. He's not as fast as Stipe, but he hits really hard. So it's actually stylistically a very, very good matchup and a fun fight. Obviously what he just did to Alistar tonight, Stipe did the same thing to him in the first round. Stipe finished him in the first round viciously. The answer is yes, and I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, I mean, does it potentially give you something that you maybe haven't had since maybe even Brock left the division, or is that going too far, do you think?
Say that again?
Does it give you maybe something like from a promotional or marketable standpoint that you maybe haven't even had since Brock was not champion, or is that going too far, you think?
No, yeah, I agree. No, Francis Ngannou is special, man. He really is. And Stipe has proven himself to be an absolute stud. Doesn't matter how big the guys are. And he has cardio for days. He's very fast, and he has incredible knockout power.
And let's go UFC. Let's go to UFC Hawaii. Let's do Hawaii versus the world. I think we got 10, 11 UFC Hawaii fighters now. The time is now.
There you go. And last thing for me, you're on a 12-fight winning streak now. I think it's the 4th longest in UFC history. You turned 26 on Monday. Happy early birthday.
Thank you.
How far can you take this thing? What's kind of the end goal here of just how long this run can really go?
We see, medically, the only thing that's going to stop me is medically. If I medically can't make the weight, I'm not gonna force my body to do something that it doesn't want to. I'll gladly go up to 55. I was talking to Michael Bisping them on the show. Michael was like, "Oh, can we see you a future champion?" I was like, "Michael," he calls me Maxi Baby. I was like, "Michael, you're cutting Maxi Baby short. Us Hawaiians, I'm Hawaiian Samoan. I love to eat. I'm going to go for 4 titles, 170, 155, 170, 185. They all can get. I might even be at heavyweight one day. I don't know. You guys know our eating habits is bad down in Hawaii. So, your boy might get big and we might make history.
Max, congratulations, of course, on the victory. I asked you this before the fight, but now that it's all over, I mean, what does it mean for your legacy that you now hold 2 wins over Jose Aldo? No one has ever done that, much less beat him back-to-back, obviously. But, I mean, where does this rank? I mean, how big is this for your legacy that you did beat him a second time?
This is huge, you know. This is huge. Like I said, you know, that people ask me what that makes me. That makes me a guy with 2 wins over Aldo, and I got a bunch more to catch up to him. You know, he's the greatest of all time. He got 7, 8 title defensive. I got to catch up. You know, that's numbers don't lie. You know, women lie, men lie, numbers don't lie. I only got 1 defense. I got a bunch of catching up to do. He's still the GOAT, and I respect him, and I'm coming for that record though.